These waffles do something for me that I just can't get out of other waffle recipes. Alright, now I've had the classics. I've made Belgian waffles, and I've had your classic diner waffles. Every other waffle feels like it's missing something. And whatever that something is, it's in these waffles. I'm telling you, once you try these Norwegian waffles, pronounced Vaffler, you'll understand exactly what I mean. They're much thinner and have a deeper, distinct flavor that I don't think you can get with a standard waffle recipe. This kind of food doesn't just taste good, it feels good. Hey, it's ETA, and today I'm going to walk you through this waffle recipe. But more importantly, I'm going to show you one spice that completely defines these waffles. I'm also going to be showing you some important things to keep in mind when you're making these, as well as some absolute necessities that really take these over the top. So to make these at home, you'll start by grabbing your ingredients for the batter, which consists of 2 tablespoons of butter, melted, but we'll get there, 1 egg, 1/8 of a cup of sugar, and you'll notice here we're using a very small amount of sugar. This part is intentional. Vaffler is a waffle that can be eaten both sweet with either jam or fruit, but you can also eat it savory with either smoked salmon or a different meat of your choosing, or even some sort of cheese like Norwegian brown cheese. I believe that's the most traditional way to go about eating this. The other very important piece to this recipe is cardamom. For this recipe you need 1/2 teaspoon. I ended up grinding the pods down with my mortar and pestle, but you can easily use store-bought ground cardamom so long as you have it in this recipe, because unfortunately, cardamom is non-negotiable. I'm usually flexible with substitutions, but this one earns a firm recommendation. Cardamom is one of the major defining flavors of Scandinavian baking. The citrusy, warm sweetness that these little pods pack is really what gives these waffles their distinct flavor. If you skip it, you're gonna miss what makes these waffles special. Also, if you've got the time, I've got an awesome article on cardamom in the description. I just so happened to stumble across it at 2 a.m. on a random deep dive looking into this video. Since I went down the rabbit hole, I figured it was worth sharing. Let me know in the comments if you'd enjoy watching a video on cardamom, because I'd be very happy to make one. I'm telling you, this rabbit hole runs deep. All right. Continuing now with the recipe, you will also need 1/4 cup of milk, 1 cup of flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. And that's it. To make the batter, you want to start by melting the butter. See, I told you we'd get back to it. Once you melt it, keep it off to the side for now. Grab a bowl and whisk all the ingredients from earlier in that bowl, starting with the eggs, the sugar, the flour, salt, cardamom, and baking powder, and also add in 1/2 the milk. Whisk all that up until a batter starts to form, and then add in the rest of the milk and the melted butter. Continue whisking until there are no lumps in the batter. And right away you'll notice that the batter is very thin. This is what you want. Vaffler batter is typically much thinner than most other waffle recipes. See how runny it is? Don't get scared, that's okay. That's what you want. You want it to look like eggnog. That's the consistency you're going for. Once the batter is fully formed, cover it and leave it off to the side for 30 minutes. We're gonna let the batter rest. We do this to allow the flour to rehydrate and give some time for the gluten in the batter to develop and relax. Set a timer for 30 minutes.
30 minutes, starting now.
While the batter is resting, in that time you can clean your kitchen, you can do the dishes, you can also prep the waffle iron. I got this electric Norwegian waffle iron on Amazon. The link for it will be in the description below. This iron is what gives the waffles their beautiful heart-shaped exterior. Unfortunately, as I was showing off this cool waffle iron to the camera, I was barely touching it. I just picked it up off of the cutting board and... yeah, it broke. I broke it. And I don't mean it chipped or popped loose, there were exposed wires. This thing spent 5 minutes out of the box, 0 miles, brand new, and this thing decided it's not up for the task. What did I do? Oh my gosh. Yeah, let me just go ahead and remove that link from the description. You don't want this. Regardless, the show must go on, as they say. To get started making the waffles, I sprayed both the top and the bottom of my broken waffle iron with the avocado spray. Pour about 1/4 cup's worth of the batter onto just the bottom portion of the waffle iron. Close the waffle iron and give it just a little bit of pressure on top. And you can see here, I'm now praying that I don't burn the house down. But in all honesty, on a serious note, I let it cook for about 8 minutes. And then I just ended up taking it out. The heat distribution on the waffle iron wasn't all that great, but to be honest, I probably could have let it go for a little longer. I think it turned out fine though. I ended up topping these with some strawberry jam, some cut strawberries, and some micro chives. Or microgreens if you have them. If you don't have them, just leave them out. They're also great without the chives. Alright, so was it worth the chaos? Let's find out. Man, these look really good. Let's taste. Oh my god. I love waffles, man. Dude, that cardamom, unbelievable. A lot of people like to compare these waffles to Belgian waffles. I get it. And they love to say that, oh, the Belgian waffle, it's thicker, it's cakier, there's more sugar, there's more butter, it tastes better. Of course it tastes better. It has all those other things. This isn't meant to be a cakey, thick waffle that fills you up. This is light, it's soft, it's delicious. The cardamom comes through. It's not as sweet, so you don't feel so bad after. But it still has that waffle texture, that waffle taste that I love. You can eat this. You can eat multiple of these. And then go enjoy the rest of your day. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's the one. And also too, look at that. It's shaped like a heart. Look how cute that is. You can't get that out of a Belgian waffle.